We know the Tua story. Number 5 pick overall a couple years ago. They've dabbled in the quarterback market with some big names. Are they sold on him long term? What does he have to show them this season in order to convince the Dolphins he is the answer?
Okay, it's pretty simple to me. Number one, be available. Okay, we talked about that with Tua in the past. Be available for all 17 games. That's number one. Number two, be a point guard. Be a good point guard, because in this offense, first and foremost, it's about running the football, but it's about getting the ball in these playmakers' hands and getting that yard after the catch. They got the skill position players to get plenty of that. So, distribute the ball to your playmakers, be available, and then ultimately, you got to win football games. Stephen Ross didn't make all these acquisitions to not make the playoffs. Got to win some football games. So if Tua can navigate those three things that I pointed out, he'll be fine.
What do you need to see from him?
Very, very similar. Durability is number one, playing 17 games. But then I want to see command of the offense, in and out of the huddle, no pre-snap penalties. D, where you just mentioned, a lot of new faces, most notably Tyreek Hill. Be clean in and out of the huddle. Don't let the ball touch the ground. And then in situational football, where so many games in the NFL are won and lost, third down, red zone, 2-minute, be excellent. That's what Tom Brady's been for his whole career. They can have a number of 3 and outs, but when the game is on the line, pivotal plays, third down, red zone, you have to excel, and Tua has all the weapons he needs to do that this season.
Dianna, what are you looking for from Tua here in year 3?
Just his decision-making after the snap, his continued downfield accuracy. Last season, talking to defensive coordinators that were facing the Dolphins, these were some of the things that they were harping on and taking advantage of, where they felt that they had a leg up on him. When I'd ask, how are you preparing for this quarterback? And here's the reality, Dan. You have a new head coach who really has no connection to Tua, who has really said all the right things in terms of supporting his quarterback. But Miami as a whole is looking at the situation, and you know that they're hoping this works out. But you have to figure he needs to be really good for them to stick with him. This is a bit of a one-year tryout for Tua.
It's a one-year tryout, and he needs to probably get off to a good start. We wanted to show you Miami's first 4 games of the season to see how they're coming out of the gate. This is not easy, I don't think, the way these first 4 games set up. So you think Tua, Mike T, you think it's important for him to have a big September and make sure that they aren't thinking about other options?
Right, and the most notable option, Dan, to me, is Jimmy Garoppolo. At some point, San Francisco is going to release him. He's had great success with Mike McDaniel, who was the coordinator in San Francisco, now the head coach of the Dolphins. So if Tua stumbles and those first 4 games are difficult, and if I'm Miami, I don't have 2 first-round picks next year, Jimmy Garoppolo may not just be the best solution in September of 2022, but he may be the best solution for the next 3 years.
Dolphins, of course, did have 2 first-round picks next year, but recently lost. Right, Bridgewater on the roster as the backup, correct. They were docked one of those 2 first-round picks as a result of the tampering investigation. You agree that they should think about Jimmy G?
No, I mean, listen, it seems like Miami is like all in this year to evaluate Tua. Mm-hmm. And so evaluate Tua. Give him the year. That I just don't see the value in, well, after a quarter of the season, the first quarter, the boat is rocking. Oh, let's just jump ship to Jimmy G. Like I just don't find the value in that.
But D-Wood, he has a couple of other years. I agree. If this was his first season, 4 games isn't enough, but there are a couple other seasons that he has on tape.
We'll see. The Dolphins obviously think they have a good group around Tua to let him show what he can do. We will all find out together what that is.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.